Hello everyone, I am Leo from Susan's family. Today, I'm bringing you a design from the Chinese aesthetic series, the Yunxiu Neck Warmer, Lotus Edition. This neck warmer is divided into several parts, the main body, the edging, accessories, and sewing. The accessories include the lotus main piece and the lotus pod. First, crochet the main body, then crochet the edging, next, make the accessories, and finally sew them together. The neck warmer is a color block design, and will use segment dyed yarn. The starting color segments vary. The crocheted effect may vary slightly. You can choose the starting color based on your preference, or you can refer to the finished product for inspiration. The main body starts with a beginning chain, and you crochet back and forth along the beginning chain. There are many stitches used, and the charts will be marked accordingly. I won't go through each one. I will explain them one by one during the crocheting process. Now, let me demonstrate the crochet method for the main piece. For convenience, I will use cotton yarn for the demonstration. The colors are random. For specific yarn, the color scheme and hook size, please refer to our website and chart for corresponding product. Now, let's start crocheting the first row. First, chain to start. Refer to the chart to crochet the corresponding chain. My sample stitches are random. The starting chain is complete. Chain 4 as a beginning chain. Now, do a TR3 in 1. First, crochet 1 treble crochet, wrap the yarn twice. Count back 5 stitches. Insert into the half loop of the 5th chain and the back ridge. Wrap the yarn and pull through. Wrap the yarn and pull through 2 loops. Repeat once. This is an incomplete treble crochet. Wrap the yarn and pull through 2 loops. Complete 1 treble crochet in the same stitch. Continue with 1 treble crochet. Complete an incomplete treble crochet. Wrap the yarn and pull through 2 loops. Complete another treble crochet in the same stitch. Continue with 1 treble crochet. This creates 3 treble crochets in the same stitch. Complete a TR3 in 1. Work 1 chain. Skip 5 stitches. Work 1 single crochet. For this row, look at the right side of the chain. Insert the hook with the back ridge and the back loop. Work 1 chain. Skip 5 stitches. In the same stitch, work a TR3 in 1. Work 3 chains. In the same stitch, work another TR3 in 1. Work 1 chain. From this single crochet to this chain, count as 1 group. This row is about repeating this group. Follow the chart to crochet until the end. Work 1 chain. Skip 5 stitches. Pick up the first chain stitch. Work 4 treble crochets. The first row is completed. We will work on this side. This is the side where the starting chain tail is on the left, which will be the right side of the piece. Move on to the second row. Make 1 chain. Turn the work counterclockwise. Pick up the first treble crochet stitch on the edge. Work 1 single crochet. Work 5 chains. Come to the BPTR6 tog. Let's take a look. With the wrong side, let's see how to work the BPTR6 tog. Pick up the next treble crochet stitch. Work an incomplete back post treble crochet. Wrap the yarn twice. Enter on the right side of this treble crochet. Come out on the left side. Pick up the entire stitch. Wrap the yarn and pull through. Wrap the yarn and pull through 2 loops. Repeat once. Complete an incomplete back post treble crochet. Let's look at it again. Wrap the yarn twice. Enter on the right side of the next treble crochet. Come out on the left side. Pick up the entire stitch. Wrap the yarn and pull through. Wrap the yarn and pull through 2 loops. Repeat once. Complete an incomplete back post treble crochet. Pick up the next treble crochet. Make an incomplete back post treble crochet. Pick up the next 3 treble crochets. Make 3 incomplete back post treble crochets. Wrap the yarn and pull through all loops. Complete a BPTR6 tog. Chain 5. Pick up a single crochet here. From the 5 chain stitches to this single crochet, count as 1 group. This row is about repeating the group. Make 5 chain stitches. Let's look at the BPTR6 tog. Pick up each of these 3 treble crochets. Make 3 incomplete back post treble crochets. Pick up the next 3 treble crochets. Make 3 incomplete back post treble crochets. Wrap the yarn and pull through all loops. Complete a BPTR6 tog. Follow the chart and crochet to the end. For the last group of stitches, after completing the cluster, make 5 chain stitches. Looking at the wrong side of the chain. Pick up the half loop and the back ridge of the beginning chain. Make 1 single crochet. The second row is completed. Next, we will crochet the third row. Make 1 chain. Turn the work counterclockwise. Pick up the single crochet stitch. Make 1 single crochet. Chain 1. Next, skip 4 stitches. Insert into the hole next to the cluster stitch. Make 1 TR3 in 1. Chain 3. In the same stitch, make 1 TR3 in 1. Let's take a look. Crochet from this position. The pattern combines the top and bottom rows. It looks like it radiates from the center. Chain 1. From the first single crochet to this chain, count as 1 group. This row is about repeating this group. Follow the pattern to the end. Make sure the TR3 in 1 is next to the cluster stitch. Pick up the first single crochet stitch from the previous row. Make 1 single crochet. The third row is completed. Let's take a look at the stitch here. It looks like they are worked from the same circle. This is the effect on the wrong side. Now let's work on the fourth row. Make 3 chain stitches. Turn your work. The method for this row is similar to the second row. Follow the chart. Crochet until the last single crochet. Make 5 chain stitches. Come to the BPTR3TR tog. Pick up each of these 3 treble crochet stitches. Make 3 incomplete back post double crochets. Pick up the first single crochet stitch from the previous row. Make 1 incomplete treble crochet. Yarn over and pull through all loops. Complete 1 BPTR3TR tog. The fourth row is done. Move on to the fifth row. Make 4 chain stitches. Turn your work. Next TR3 in 1. You need to insert into the chain next to the cluster stitch. The remaining part does not use any new stitch techniques. Make sure the TR3 in 1 is worked into the space next to the cluster stitch. Follow the chart to the end of the last row. Chain 5. Insert your hook into the fourth chain from the beginning chain. 1 single crochet. Chain 1 to secure. Before fastening off the yarn, chain 1 to secure. Leave a 5 cm yarn tail before cutting the yarn. Gently pull to tighten. Weave in the yarn tails. Hide it on the wrong side. The remaining rows are done. The main part is finished. You can try it on around your neck. It should be slightly loose. You can also adjust the height of the main part according to your needs. Now we start crocheting the edging. The main part has two sides. Both can be worn as the right side. You can choose based on your preference. The chart of the edging is drawn with the side where the chain stitches are clear as the right side for wearing. If you choose the other side as the right side, then the direction of the edging chart needs to be reversed. The joining position becomes the ending position. This is an important point to note. The main part has 4 edges. Crochet the edging on the first 3 sides. Don't crochet on the 4th side. The yarn is random here. Now, let me demonstrate. Start with a slip knot. Look at the right side of the main part. Pick up the single crochet stitches on the edge. Pull the slip knot through. Make 1 chain. Work 2 chains. Work 1 single crochet in the same position. Work 1 chain. Pick up the stitch where you placed the marker. Work 5 double crochets. Work 1 chain. Pick up the 2 strands of the single crochet in the marked row. Work 1 single crochet. Work 3 chains. Work 1 single crochet in the same position. Work 1 chain. From these 5 double crochets to this chain count as 1 group. This entire edge is worked by repeating this group. Crochet according to the pattern chart until you reach the corner. Pick up the chain space where you place the marker. Work 5 double crochets. Work 1 single crochet in the same position. Pick up and work 4 single crochets in this chain. In this row, work 1 single crochet in each single crochet position, and crochet 4 single crochets on the chain stitches. Continue working in this pattern until the next corner. In the chain space at the corner, work 1 single crochet, In the same position, work 5 double crochets. Move to the third side. The pattern on this side is the same as the first side, only the entry points are slightly different. The chart has detailed markings. Insert your hook where the marking lines point. Work according to the chart until the end. Pick up the 2 strands of the edge single crochet. Work 1 single crochet. Work 3 chains. Work 1 slip stitch in the same position and pull tight. The solid circle slip stitch should be pulled tight. The solid oval slip stitch should not be pulled tight. I won't repeat the instructions after this. Work 1 chain stitch to secure. Leave a 50 cm yarn tail, and cut the yarn. Gently pull to tighten. Edging completed. Now we start making the accessories. The lotus consists of the main part and the lotus pod. The main part of the lotus includes the beginning section, large petals, small petals and pistils. Crochet these parts in sequence. Finally, make the lotus pod. Now, let me demonstrate. Next, crochet the beginning section. Crochet the beginning chain and join with a slip stitch to form a circle. Crochet in rounds counterclockwise. Chain the required number of stitches according to the chart. Don't make the chains too tight. Don't twist. Pick up the back ridge of the first chain stitch. Make 1 slip stitch and pull tight. Beginning chain is completed. Move on to crochet the first round. Work 1 chain. Crochet 1 single crochet in the same position. This round is crocheting single crochets into the back ridge of the chain stitches. Crochet until the end. Pick up the back ridge of the last chain stitch. Crochet 1 single crochet. First, confirm the number of single crochets. The amount is correct. Pick up the first single crochet stitch. Make 1 slip stitch and pull tight. The first round is complete. Move on to the second round. Work 1 chain. This round requires crocheting ridged SC. Pick up the back loop. This means to crochet into the strand behind the stitch. Pick up the back loop of the first single crochet. Crochet a ridged SC. Work 2 ridged SC. Complete a ridged SC2 tog. This round is about repeating the crochet 3 ridged SC and 1 ridged SC2 tog. Crochet based on the chart until the end. Complete the final ridged SC2 tog. Pick up the stitch of the first ridged SC. Crochet 1 slip stitch. The second round is complete. Now start the third round. Work 1 chain. This round is about working ridged SC until the end. Pick up the stitch of the first ridged SC. Crochet 1 slip stitch. Make 1 chain stitch to secure. Leave a 5 cm yarn tail, and cut the yarn. Gently pull to tighten. Hide the yarn tail on the wrong side. The third round is complete. The beginning section is also finished. Next, we will crochet the large petals. Pick up the beginning chain stitches from the starting row to crochet. There are a total of 6. The starting colors of the variegated yarn differ. The effect will also vary slightly. The starting color can be chosen based on preference. You can also refer to the finished product effect. Now, let me demonstrate. First, join the yarn. Start with a slip knot. You can begin from any stitch. Pull the slip knot through. Joining the yarn is complete. Chain 3. Begin crocheting TSS. TSS are represented by straight lines on the chart. First, let's look at the back of the chain stitch. There are horizontal bars here. These are the back ridge of the chain stitches. The TSS is made by picking up the back ridge. The loop on the hook counts as 1 TSS. Count back 1 chain stitch. Pick up the back ridge and crochet 1 TSS. Pick up the next back ridge. Crochet 1 TSS. Here, pay attention. Ignore the horizontal bars here. Directly pick up the stitch where you join the yarn. Crochet 1 TSS. At this point, there are 4 loops on the hook. That means 4 TSS. Move on to the RP. Wavy lines in the chart indicate slip stitches. The number of wavy lines indicates how many times to return pass. For the first RP, return pass 2 loops. This indicates a decrease on the edge. On the chart, the 2 straight lines for TSS are held together. Pay attention to this. There are 4 TSS on the hook. Return pass 2 at a time. Return pass 3 times. The first TSS and RP is done. To emphasize again, the first RP of 2 reduces 1 stitch. The remaining RP of 2 is normal crocheting. There is no decrease. Move on to the second TSS and RP. You need to increase 2 stitches. Work 2 chain stitches, which is equivalent to an increase. The loop on the hook is the first TSS. Insert the hook into the back ridge. Crochet each stitch correspondingly. Pick up the stitch where you joined the yarn. Crochet 1 TSS. At this point, there are 6 TSS on the hook. RP 2 by 2, RP 5 times. The second TSS and RP is completed. Now start the third to 6th TSS and RP. No new stitches are used. Wherever the straight stitch symbol points, that's where you insert the hook. Completed according to the chart. Up to this point, the second to 6th TSS and RP is completed. Now start the 7th TSS and RP. Make 1 slip stitch. Do not pull tight. This is equivalent to decreasing 1 stitch. Pick up the back ridge. Work into each stitch correspondingly. Pick up the same stitch. Make 1 TSS. There are now 11 TSS on the hook. RP 2 by 2, RP 10 times. The 7th TSS and RP is completed. Move on to the 8th to 11th TSS and RP. No new stitches are used. Note that the number of slip stitch symbols indicates how many times you should slip forward. Pay attention to the insertion position for the last stitch of each TSS. Completed according to the chart. The 8th to 11th TSS and RP are completed. Move on to the 12th. There are only 2 slip stitches. Pick up the back ridge and move forward. Work 2 slip stitches correspondingly. The 12th is completed. The remaining TSS and RP are covered. At the same time, one large petal is also covered. Move on to crocheting the remaining large petals. Pick up the next stitch. Make one slip stitch. Work 3 chains. Pick up 2 back ridge moving forward. Work 2 TSS. Pick up the same stitch as the slip stitch. Work 1 TSS. At this point, there are 4 TSS on the hook. RP 2 by 2 to complete. Everyone, based on the method learned. Complete the remaining large petals. Pay attention to the increases and decreases in the petals, as well as the entry position for the last stitch of each row of TSS. According to the chart, crochet to the last row of the last large petal. Pick up the back ridge moving forward, and correspondingly make 2 slip stitches. Pick up the stitch at the joining point. Work 1 slip stitch and pull tight. Work 1 chain to secure. Leave a 5 cm yarn tail, and cut the yarn. Gently pull to tighten. Hide the yarn on the wrong side. The remaining large petals are now covered, and with that, the large petals are finished. Now, let's crochet the small petals. There are 6 in total. Crochet them on the first round of the beginning section. Now, let's demonstrate. Now, begin crocheting the starting round. First, join the yarn. Start with a slip knot. Pay attention to the entry position. The small petals need to be staggered with the large petals, so they correspond to the center of the large petals. Insert the hook into the stitch corresponding to the point of 3 TSS. Pick up the first round of the beginning section to crochet. You can pick up the half loop. Or you can also pick up the stitch where the half loop is located to crochet. This makes it more secure. Pick up the half loop. Pull through the slip knot. Make 1 chain. Work 1 ridged SC in the same position. Chain 4. Skip 4 stitches. Work 1 ridged SC. Crochet based on the pattern chart to the end. Chain 4. Pick up the first ridged SC. Work 1 slip stitch. The starting round is completed. There are 6 chain spaces. Move on to the small petals. Work 1 slip stitch in the chain space. Chain 3. Insert the hook into the back ridge. Work 2 TSS correspondingly. Wrap the yarn and pull through in the chain space. Work 1 TSS. There are now 4 TSS on the hook. Work them back 2 by 2. The method for the small petals is almost the same as for the large petals. Note that the last TSS of each row is worked in the same chain space. The last slip stitch of the last small petal is worked in the first chain space. After completing, crochet 1 chain to secure. Then leave a 5 cm yarn tail, and cut the yarn. Hide the yarn on the wrong side. Complete the small petals using the learned method. The small petals are now done. We have finished the small petals. Now, let's crochet the pistil. The pistil has only one circle. It's a sequence of tall and short stitches. Now, let's demonstrate. First, join the yarn. Start with a slip knot. Enter the second round at any position of the beginning section. Pull out the slip knot. Work 1 chain. In the same position, crochet a bar stitch with 1 single crochet. Chain 7. Count back 2 chain stitches. Pick up the back ridge of the second chain stitch, and make 1 slip stitch. Do not tighten. Pick up the back ridge moving forward. Crochet 5 slip stitches correspondingly. Pick up the next half loop. Hook 1 bar stitch with 1 single crochet. Complete 1 tall pistil. Everyone follow the same method. Complete the remaining pistils. Pay attention to the number of chains for the short pistils. Note the number of bar stitches between the tall and short pistils. According to the chart, crochet to the end. Pick up the first bar stitch with 1 single crochet. Hook 1 slip stitch. Hook 1 chain to secure. Leave a 5 cm yarn tail, and cut the yarn. Gently pull to tighten. Hide the yarn on the wrong side. Up to this point, the pistils are done. Next, crochet the lotus pod. Begin with a magic ring. Crochet in rounds counterclockwise. Then embroider the decorations. Now, let's demonstrate. Next, we will crochet the first round. Start by making a magic ring. Make the loop larger. Wrap the yarn and pull through. The beginning stitch is complete. Work 1 chain. Insert the hook into the center ring, and crochet 6 single crochets. Confirm the stitch count. Pull the center ring tight. Insert the hook into the first single crochet stitch. Make 1 slip stitch. Pull tight. The first round is complete. Next, crochet the second round. Work 1 chain. Move to the SC2-in-1. Insert the hook into the first single crochet stitch from the previous round. Make 1 single crochet. Make another single crochet in the same position. Complete 1 SC2-in-1. Follow the chart to complete the remaining rounds. Note that after completing the increase rounds, check the stitch count. The 6th round consists of ridged SC. You need to insert the hook into the back loop of the stitches to crochet. Start decreasing from the 8th round. For the SC2 tog, pick up the stitches and crochet. Complete the decrease rounds. Also, check the stitch count. Finish with the last slip stitch. Chain 1 to secure it. Finally, hide the yarn tail on the wrong side. Up to this point, the remaining rounds are completed. Next, we start embroidering. Make colonial knot at the top of the lotus pod. Thread a 50 centimeters long piece of yarn into the sewing needle. Secure it on the wrong side. Bring the yarn to the right side. Come out from the middle of the strand. Do not come out from the gaps. Make 2 rounds of colonial knot. Wrap 2 rounds. Insert into the middle of the strand. Do not insert into the gaps. The position and density of the knots, and the size of the knots can be adjusted according to your preference. Complete the embroidery decoration using this method. Up to this point, the embroidery decoration is covered. At the same time, the lotus pod is completed. Next, we will start sewing the lotus pod. Leave a 50 centimeters long yarn tail for edging. Thread it into the sewing needle. Pass it through from right to left through the single crochets and double crochet clusters. Gently pull to tighten. This side is the right side. Try to keep the wrong sides together. Sew back and forth a few times to secure. The exit point should be about 1 cm away from the edge. After sewing this end closed, insert it about 1 cm into the lotus pod. Cross and sew. Continue until it is securely fastened. Check if it can pass through normally. Tie a knot to secure. Hide the yarn tails. That concludes the sewing of the lotus pod. This 1 cm that you insert can be adjusted based on your actual needs. The more you insert, the fuller the lotus pod will be. Next, we'll sew the lotus flower. Use 50 centimeters of yarn for the lotus flower. Thread the needle. Look at the wrong side. Secure it on the right side. Insert and exit through the edge single crochet stitches. You can do this every 1 to 2 stitches. Sew the side edges together. Gently pull to tighten. Turn it over. Up to 3 to 4 centimeters. Secure with a slight knot on the wrong side. Place the right side of the main piece against the wrong side of the flower. Align the edge of the side where the main body with the edge of the center of the flower. Use backstitch to sew them together. You can sew through to the right side of the lotus, in between the large petals and small petals. Try to align the edges as much as possible. Start by sewing back and forth. Secure it slightly. Adjust the stitching density based on actual needs. Focus on securing it firmly. Also secure the large petals on the top of the main piece. Don't bring the yarn to the right side. Tie a knot and secure it. Hide the yarn tails. Sewing the lotus is now complete. The sewing process is also now complete. Up to this point, the making of the neck warmer is also complete. During the crocheting process, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach us via our website, Susan's Family, supporting your handwork experience, sharing the joy of life. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode.